Hey, what's up, guys? Happy Monday. I hope you spent some time with God. I hope you prayed. You went to the gym, got your workout, planned your food, planned your day. And you're already killing it because it's already like 9 o'clock already. Running late today. Yeah, came in right on time and just started working. I've managed to. I used to stress myself out before when I wasn't, early, or like I didn't do the same thing every day. Like I would convince myself there was a lack of discipline, and there is no lack of discipline because I always show up no matter what. It's just that I give my body rest when I believe it needs it. So these past couple of days, my days have been starting a little bit later because getting up at 1:30, 1:45 kind of wore me out for a little bit. So I only did that for about 2 weeks. And now I had to step back. But the thing is that I know myself now to do the small stuff so it doesn't turn into something big. So yeah, back on the horse on today. I love how my vocabulary has improved so much, but it's because so I do a word a day, and I've had pondering, dismantled. I've had different words that I've been working on, but it's just to improve my vocabulary, man, because I was from the streets. I spoke very limited and there was a lot of profanity, a lot of bad stuff. So I'm learning to speak properly. Oh man, when I was out there on the streets, I was so cocky. I was so full of myself. It was ridiculous, man. There was a time where, the feds were following me. They were following me, and I knew it. I knew it, and I thought I was, slick. I thought I was Slick Rick. I was blowing, red lights so I could, stop the tail. But they were tailing me. They were actually following me around, and it was all in my paperwork when I got arrested. I was blowing lights. I was thinking I was slick, getting away. And even after knowing that the cops were following me, I still went ahead and did a drug deal that got me arrested. But this is how crazy it is because I was driving one day, and I had just got a brand new Infinity truck. I had just paid cash for it. Didn't have insurance. Didn't even have the title for it, to tell you the truth. I bought it off a Mexican auto place on Van Buren. So purchased it. I got pulled over. I was smoking weed, didn't have insurance, didn't have the title. My license was suspended. I could go on and on and on. And the cops searched me, went through the whole process. Little did I know that the feds were calling them to tell them to let me go, because if I got arrested, the case was going to go, dark. So they let me go. So after they let me go, my head got even bigger because now I'm thinking I'm untouchable. And that's how stupid a criminal is sometimes. I hate to say it like that. It almost like the streets convince you that you're unstoppable because you're making money, you're doing this. You feel almost like you're better than everybody else. And little do you know that you're only lying to yourself. Like, I was being followed the whole time. I wasn't smarter than them. They were smarter by just waiting in the background. Let myself hang myself. That's how they say a Mexican saying. They give you enough chain for you to hang yourself, and that's what they did. And I ended up getting arrested. When the cops came to get me, I ran and I almost got away, but that's a story on its own. I almost escaped from the hospital. It's been a crazy, crazy roller coaster ride, but it's because I didn't know how to live. I didn't know what there's a lot of things that I didn't know about. Patience, there's a lot. I didn't even know how to have morals. So, you know, it was, I guess you could say I was functioning out of stupidity, being uneducated. I mean, there's a lot of factors. My where I grew up, you know, my parents, a lot of things. But I've come to realize, though, too, now as I'm maturing and growing, like how important it is for us to make the decision, okay, it's time for me to grow up. It's time for me to, like, there's got to be something better out there. And that's what I told myself when I landed back in prison over and over again. I was like, man, like, I'm getting too used to this. There has to be something better than this. And there is. There is. And his name is Jesus. You know, I tell people, after all the years that I spent in prison, I was never a Bible thumper. I really just went to church and prayed when I needed stuff or I was scared. You know, I wasn't dedicated like I am now. I wasn't disciplined like I am now because I know how real he is. I know what he's done in my heart. I know what he continues to do right now in my heart and in my life. And it all comes down to like simple steps, you know, letting him in, reading and praying every day, fellowshipping, donating time. It's crazy because all these things affect you and start pretty much molding you into what God was creating you for, your purpose, your walk, not what the world makes you believe that you're supposed to be. And after that, everything kind of just falls into place, like your calling, your purpose, your everything. Look at me, I'm getting ready to leave the gym. I'm getting ready to like go full-blown, full-time into my prison ministry and teach the inmates how to become personal trainers, how to build their social media, how to brand themselves, and most of all, how to live with my USP program. That's going to be the biggest thing, is that they're going to learn that everything matters out here. Once you get out, your sleep, who you hang around with, who you forgive, who you haven't forgiven, just everything matters. And if we don't take care of that, we end up back in prison. And that's the thing, is that after everything that I've been through, everything that I've learned, I've come to realize how important sleep is, how important working out is, how important forgiveness is, how important even just being disciplined and learning to be alone shapes you as an individual, as a human being. Learning to love yourself. And that's something that God teaches you. You know, I didn't know how to love myself. I didn't even know how to receive love from someone else. And now I receive it. I'm open to it. I love it. I love being loved on, and I love loving on people. Yeah, man, all the hate, everything's been dissipating, been going away. And see that big word I just used? That was my word of the day yesterday. It's been pondering, dissipating, structure. I forgot, but I've been having some pretty cool words. I just want to show you what I'm doing and what's working for me, because it might work for you. Actually, you know what? I know it's going to work for you. So my name's JC. Hey, don't judge nobody. Stay in your lane. Live savage. And remember, live for him. If you guys want to check out my story, make sure you go to Victorious Living and you'll see my story on there. You could either order your own copy or you could just read it on their website. But other than that, it's a great magazine, great stories, just great proof that God does exist and he's always working in our lives. All right, guys. Have a blessed Monday. I love you guys. See you soon.